Hello, fellow Americans. Today I would like to wish you a happy Holocaust Day. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. I want to wish you a happy Pearl Harbor. Oh, no, that doesn't sound right. I would like to wish you a happy 9/11. Yeah, so I'm sure we're all thinking about how horrible that sounds. And why would anyone want to celebrate those days? Well, I think this is a great time to look at the day that we are celebrating, which is Thanksgiving Day. And I mean, for most people, we look at this as a joyous day to celebrate. But I want you guys to think about where this day originated from, the origins of Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is celebrating the day that a group of white supremacist terrorists decided to sneak up on a group of Native Americans on their own land while they were sleeping and brutally beat, rape, shoot, and then burn alive women, children, and men. This is what we're celebrating. Before leaving, they left a little gift behind, and that gift is smallpox. That's what these white supremacist terrorists left them. So that was just, to make sure all the rest of them died. After this, these white supremacist terrorists had a grand celebration of victory, and that is why they called it the Day of Thanksgiving. That's what we're celebrating when we get so excited about our turkey and dressing and macaroni and cheese and greens. I mean, that delicious food, sweet potato pie. It's all delicious. But when we're celebrating the massacre of these poor people, it sounds sickening. I mean, would we celebrate the Holocaust? Would we have a party and a national holiday for that? No. And to America, that is like one of the biggest tragedies in history. And that's because it's white, because it's some white on white crime. That's a tragedy. But when we look at the brutality that white supremacy has inflicted on Native Americans, we celebrate that day. That is horrible. It's an equivalent, not even as bad as celebrating 9/11. Like, we might as well celebrate that day in Pearl Harbor. These are great days of victory that we should celebrate if we're going to celebrate Thanksgiving. What are we telling the Native Americans? I assure you, they are not sitting around having a party today. Well, I mean, technically it's tomorrow, but either way, they're not celebrating it. We need to look at these holidays and look at what the white supremacist terrorist system has us celebrating. Because if we did, we would be horrified. I'm sure a lot of you that even see this video you're going to be horrified. A lot of white supremacists are going to be horrified by the fact that I said happy Holocaust. But to me, we shouldn't even acknowledge the Holocaust. It has nothing to do with America. And yet we gave them reparations. We to this day give money to Holocaust victims. We can't. Where's the reparations for Black America, for Black Americans? We shoved all the Native Americans on some land and told them that's their reparations. Here, you can have a little bitty part of what belongs to you in the first place. And now, to this day, they're fighting for their land right now. They're fighting to keep these white supremacist terrorists from putting oil pipelines through their land, which is something that they shouldn't even need to discuss. I mean, when they have a treaty with America and the government saying that this is your land. We won't come on it. We won't inflict you with our laws and do what you please to your land, and then decide to renege on that and say, you know what, you have something again that we want, and so we're brutalizing them again. White supremacist terrorists are there right now as we speak, brutalizing these Native Americans. And so this, if we do celebrate this should be a day of peace, and a day of sorrow, and a day of giving back to the Native Americans. If we could figure out some way to do that and celebrate that we could turn this Thanksgiving into something that is actually joyful to the Native Americans. Because right now my heart goes out to them. It's sickening that we celebrate a day that they were murdered and brutally attacked in their sleep. Like these cowardice white supremacist terrorists came at them while they were asleep, killing their children and the mothers, the women. Just it's disgusting. The things that white supremacy has done to every person, it is global terrorism. And I just want people to look at the holidays that they celebrate and look up the origin and see what they're really celebrating. And you will realize that America is just built on so much evil and deception and terrorism by white supremacists. And one day I hope that we will all wake up and join together as brown people, and with the Native Americans, the Spanish people, and Black America, and we need to just band together and stop this terrorist attack. We have been, I know for Black Americans, we have been being terrorized for the last almost 700 years by white supremacist terrorism, and it has to come to an end. But let me just roll back to Thanksgiving. We need to, let's not forget all the Native Americans that have died for this holiday. You don't make a holiday celebrating the savagery, the terrorism that you've inflicted upon a group of people. That's not a holiday. And if we are going to continue to have Thanksgiving, then I'm going to celebrate the Holocaust. That's going to be one of my national holidays, because that's the only holiday that for me that truly means something. It means that some white supremacist terrorists are not here today, and I think we are better off because of the Holocaust. So if I had to celebrate a day, yes, I would celebrate that day. No, I do not have anything against the Jewish people. I have something against white supremacy. And we have a lot of Jewish people that are white supremacists. Majority of them are just as racist, white supremacists as the other terrorist white supremacists. So yes, I will celebrate that day. If anyone else would like to join me in celebration of the Holocaust, hit me up, and just keep this in mind when you're celebrating, okay? And I'm not saying don't get together with your family and have a joyful day, but just make it something else. Celebrate your family and celebrate, what you've been given, but don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't feel like going out and buying a turkey and being happy because I have the land that I have, or because I live in America, because savagery and terrorism is not something to celebrate. So have a good day.